3 times in the gospel today, the Lord uses the word heart. And very often throughout the scriptures, that word is very prominent. Almost think that Jesus was interested in cardiology, kind of studying what goes on within the human heart. When I thought about that, 2 books came to mind. One that was written 1,600 years ago, which is still for sale. It's a classic. The other one was written in 1940. In the year 400, St. Augustine wrote his Confessions, the Confessions of St. Augustine, describing his own sin on the journey, but also describing his belief in God, confessing his belief in the Lord Jesus, who came to heal us and save us. Powerful book. And right in the beginning, on the very first page, there's a very famous line, "Our hearts are restless till they rest in Thee." Our hearts are restless till they rest in Thee. And that line has been used many, many times by different authors to describe the human heart. The book in 1940 was written by a 23-year-old woman, Carson McCullers. It's called "The Heart is a Lonely Hunter." It started about a deaf man, John Singer, in the 1930s in a mill town, and what happened to his experiences in life. With a great title, "The Heart is a Lonely Hunter." She took that from a poem, a Scottish poet, William Sharp, in this one phrase, "Deep in the heart of summer, sweet is life to me still, but my heart is a lonely hunter that hunts on a lonely hill." Deep in the heart of summer, sweet is life to me still, but my heart is the lonely hunter that hunts on a lonely hill. So the question is, what does our heart hunger for? And I'd like to suggest 3 things. Our heart's hunger for meaning. We want to know what life is all about. Not these human traditions that Jesus kind of puts aside, but what is really important in life. What do we hunger for? And Jesus says pretty clear, "I've come to serve and not be served." We hunger for meaning. The meaning comes from service, of being for others on the journey. Parents do that 24/7. They're for their children. Grandparents do that. Teachers, counselors are for others. They find meaning by service, using their gifts well. If we need a poem for that, Emily Dickinson comes to mind. "If I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. If I can ease one life the aching, or cool one pain, or open fainting robin to his nest again, I shall not live in vain." It's all about service. Our hearts hunt for meaning. We also hunt for wholeness, integration. The fact of the matter is that there's brokenness in all of our lives, in our church, in our society, sometimes in our families, that we are broken people. It began with Adam and Eve in the garden in disobedience. Humpty Dumpty experienced that, falling off the wall, and he is broken. We've experienced that all around us. But Jesus came to heal us. Our heart's hunger for integration and wholeness. There's a wonderful Egyptian philosopher, Philo, and he said, "Be kind, because everyone you meet on the road is struggling. For God's sake, be kind, because everyone is struggling." We all experience brokenness in our lives. That's why Jesus came. And the song we sing is, "We are pilgrims on the journey, struggling pilgrims. We are travelers on the road. We are here to help each other walk the mile and bear the load." The heart hungers for meaning. The hungers for integration and wholeness. And the heart hungers for a third thing. It hungers for commitment. We want to make a difference in our life. We want to be committed to someone or something. One of my heroes in life is Dag Hammarskjöld. He was killed in a plane crash in 1961, 56 years old. 8 years, Secretary General of the United Nations, traveled all over the world, Asia, Africa, to Ireland, to bring about peace and concord among people. He was a deeply spiritual man, and he prayed to the Lord this prayer, "Lord, give me a pure heart that I may see Thee, a humble heart that I may hear Thee, Heart of love, that I may serve thee. Heart of faith, that I may abide in thee. He prayed every day for a new heart. We ought to do the same. Our hearts are restless because they're hunting for meaning, for wholeness, and for commitment. And through the liturgy, Jesus is here to heal and to renew our hearts. And for that, we are grateful.